Good morning, students. Today I am going to discuss with you questions and answers from Economics, chapter number 3, Poverty as a Challenge. So, students, according to your textbook, in which question number 1 is given, describe how the poverty line is estimated in India. Answer number 1 is, while determining the poverty line in India, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirements, etc., are determined for subsistence. Full stop. These physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupees. Full stop. Paragraph change. And the present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line is based on the desired calorie requirement. Full stop. Food items such as cereals, cereals, pulses, vegetables, milk, oil, sugar, etc., together provide these needed calories. Full stop. And the need of calories depends on age and the work done by a person. Full stop. The accepted average calorie requirement in India is 2400 calories per person per day. In rural areas, and 2100 calories per person per day in urban areas. Full stop. The calorie requirement of the people in rural areas is higher than that of the people living in urban areas because they do more physical work as compared to urban people. Full stop. On the basis of the calculations for the year 2011 and 12, the poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 816 per month, and for the rural areas after that for urban areas poverty line for a person was fixed at rupees 1000 per month. Alright, here answer number 1 is completed. Now question number 2 is, do you think that present methodology of poverty estimation is appropriate? Question mark. Answer number 2 is no. The present methodology of poverty estimation is not appropriate because it takes into account only the basic needs of food comma, clothing, comma, fuel, etc. Full stop. But the quality of these basic necessities is the lowest quality available. Full stop. And the amount which is fixed as the poverty line does not include the margin for the constant price fluctuations. Full stop. The poverty line should include some corrections for inflation and the market fluctuations. Full stop. Okay. After that, question number 3 is describe poverty trends in India since 1993. Answer number 3 is as per the data, comma, there has been a substantial decline in poverty ratios in India from 45% in 1993 and 94 to 37.2% in 2004 and 2005. Okay. There was a further decline from 37.2% in 2004-5 to 21.9% in 2011 and 12. Although the number of poor people declined from 1973 to 1993, comma, there was a significant reduction in the number of the poor. In bracket you have to write about 407.1 million, bracket close, in 2004 and 5, and further 269.3 million in 2011-12, with average annual decline of 2.2%. Full stop. It may also be noted that poverty ratio always remained higher in rural areas as compared to urban areas. Full stop. If the present trend continues, comma, the people below poverty line may come down to less than 20% in the next few years. Alright. After that, question number 4 is discuss the major reasons for poverty in India. So students, this question is very easy and you can write by yourself, but I will give some hint in which you have to explain and describe. Like, you have to write reason about colonial rule, and after that you have to write about next heading, high growth in population, and after that low rate of economic development you have to write heading and you have to explain it. And after that, unemployment, next heading, you have to write about it. You have to reason, right? And after that, unequal distribution, you also have to write about unequal distribution. And finally, you have to write heading social factors and you have to write reasons. Alright? So students, there is 5 headings in which you have to explain and write reasons for poverty in India. Okay? After that, question number 5 is identify the social and economic groups which are most vulnerable to poverty in India. Answer number 5 is the social groups vulnerable to poverty are. Paragraph change. Number 1 is scheduled caste households. Number 2, scheduled tribes households. Paragraph change. From next line, you have to write the economic groups vulnerable to poverty are. Number 1 is rural agricultural labor households. Point number 2, urban casual labor household. Full stop. Answer number 5 is completed. After that, question number 6 is give an account of interstate disparities of poverty in India. So answer number 6 is the proportion of poor is not the same in every state in India. Full stop. Though there has been a decline in poverty in every sense from the early 70s, the poverty ratio varies from state to state. Full stop. In 20 states and union territories, the poverty ratio is less than the national average of 26. Full stop. In others, the poverty ratios are higher than the national average. Full stop. Among these, Chhattisgarh and Bihar continue to be the two poorest states. Full stop. Both rural and urban poverty are quite high in these states. Full stop. On the other hand, states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Kerala, Punjab and West Bengal have shown a significant decline in poverty. Full stop. Public distribution of food grains focus on human resource development, high agricultural development and reform measures are some of the factors responsible for the decline in poverty in these states. Full stop. Answer number 6 is completed. Now, question number 7 is describe global poverty trends. Answer number 7 is the proportion of people in developing countries living on less than $1.25 per day has fallen from 43% in 1990 to 22% in 2008. Full stop. There has been a substantial reduction in global poverty. Full stop. However, the reduction is marked with great regional differences. Full stop. Due to rapid economic growth and massive investment in human resource development, poverty has declined substantially in China and Southeast Asian countries. Full stop. Paragraph change. On the other hand, in South Asian countries, in bracket you have to write India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, bracket close. The decline has not been that rapid. Full stop. In sub-Saharan Africa, poverty has declined from 51% in 1981 to 47% in 2008. Full stop. It has also resurfaced in some of the former socialist countries like Russia, where officially it was non-existent earlier. Full stop. Now students, answer number 7 is also completed. After that, question number 8 is describe the current government strategy of poverty alleviation. Answer number 8. Removal of poverty is one of the major objectives of the Indian developmental strategy. Full stop. The current government strategy of poverty alleviation is based on 2 planks. Paragraph change. Number 1 is promotion of economic growth, and number 2 is targeted anti-poverty programs. Paragraph change. From next line you have to write some of the targeted anti-poverty programs undertaken by the government are: number 1 is PMRY or Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana. Number 2 is REGP, Rural Employment Generation Program. Number 3 is SGSY, Swarn Jayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana. Number 4 is PMGY, Pradhan Mantri Gramoday Yojana. Number 5 is AAY or Antyodaya Ann Yojana. And number 6 is Manrega. It means Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005. And students, you have to explain all the programs which I am telling to you. Alright, you have to explain and you have to describe each and every anti-targeted programs. Okay. After that, question number 9 is answer the following questions briefly, in which question number 1 is what do you understand by human poverty? So answer is human poverty is a concept that goes beyond the limited view of poverty as lack of income. Full stop. It refers to the denial of political, social and economic opportunities to an individual to maintain a reasonable standard of living. Full stop. Illiteracy, lack of job opportunities, lack of access to proper healthcare and sanitation, caste and gender discrimination, etc., are all components of human poverty. Full stop. Okay, answer is completed. Now, question number 2 is who are the poorest of the poor? Answer number 2 is women, children. In bracket you have to write especially the girl child, bracket close, and elder people in a poor family are regarded as the poorest of the poor because they are systematically denied DENIED equal access to resources available to the family. Full stop. Answer is completed. Now, question number 3 is what are the main features of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005? Question mark. So students, answer number 3 is the main features of the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005 are. Number 1 is the act assures 100 days employment every year to every rural household. Full stop. Point number 2. Initially covering 200 districts, comma. The act would be extended later on to cover 600 districts. Full stop. Point number 3. 1/3 of the jobs are reserved for women. Full stop. Point number 4. It also aimed at sustainable development to address the cause of drought, comma, deforestation and soil erosion. Full stop. Point number 5. The share of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and women was 23%, comma, 17% and 53% respectively. Full stop. Point number 6. Under this, comma, the average wage has increased from rupees 65 in 2006 to 2007 to rupees 132 in 2013 and 14. Full stop. So students, here question and answer from chapter number 3, Poverty as a Challenge, is completed. Please write in your fair copy and send me for checking and correction as soon as possible. Okay? Thank you and have a nice day.